back up at the workshop this morning. It's about 9 o'clock. And I've just had a quick look underneath here. And it's all drying quite nicely, actually. Pretty dark. Hang on, let me see if I can get some light on the matter. Bear with me. There we go. And yeah, really pleased with it. So it's drying really nicely, as I said. Oops, yeah, just put a mark in it there, well done. But it's still quite flexible, quite not tacky, but you know, I just banged my nail and it put a mark in. So I think I'm gonna leave it for a bit before I put the top coat on. There are also a couple of places where I might just go over small bits with the brush, but I'm really pleased with this, actually. I'm more pleased with it than it was before, to be honest. And now I guess time will tell whether it starts to have issues, but I really don't think it will, because before we put the seam sealant, stone chip, and then the paint straight on. Whereas this time I've done seam sealant, left it for a day or so, then put the stone. Oh no, wait, I left it for a week because I've been traveling this week quite a lot. I've been over in Holland and I've been down in the south of France. So left on Tuesday early and then came back on Friday. So I did leave it a week before I put the stone chip on, did the stone chip yesterday. And yeah, maybe I'll leave it for a couple of days before I do the paint. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it, as I said. So not much more to tell on that. I'm just gonna leave it and let it dry. But as you can see, the garage is quite a mess. You can't really see all the mess under all this plastic, but I'm going to spend a little bit of time tidying up the office, or the garage, as most people know it. Okay, so spent quite a bit of time just tidying up the garage, really. Some of it you probably won't be able to see, but just sort of creating a bit more space. And I put some shelves up as well, just to get things off the ground or off the floor and up onto shelves. I did a whole bunch of tidying back there in the shelving as well, but nothing on the car today. So as I said, I'm going to leave that to dry probably be now for another week. Until I get back to it, which I think will be fine. And then once I've painted that, then that part of the car will be done. I'll be able to put all of the pipe work and brake lines back on the underside and pick up where I left off. I don't know how long ago it was when I discovered the paint was bubbling, so I don't know, a couple of months. So yeah. Progress is being made again. See you next time. So Sunday afternoon, I'm back up at the Porsche. I haven't worked on it for a couple of weeks. I've just had absolutely no time with what's going on. All I need to do really is just finish off the underside by spray painting the last third of the car, sort of the rear section of the car, with the paint that I've got up there, which is what the rest of the underside is done in. So I'm just taping up for that now, and I'm going to spray it, as I say, when I'm done taping. Okay guys, just a quick video. I've already started taking off the tape because I've finished the painting. I didn't do too much of a detailed video on this, but yeah, it's quite tricky getting into all of the nooks and crannies with the compressor. So I did a little bit of a mix between brushwork and compressor, but yeah, I think it's looking pretty good. So I'm just going to take all the tape off and all of the covers, this plastic I'm going to get rid of, and when I've done that, I'll come back to you. Okay guys, so I have taken all of the plastic off, all of the covers, all of the tape, everything, and yeah, sort of seeing it for the first time myself as well. I also did this back line here, this cross member, and it's done and it's looking really good. I hope I've got all the nooks and crannies with the paint, and it blends under here pretty well. I think this is about where I went to. And there was one small bit here that I needed to redo, and I just did that with the paintbrush here. But yes, it's looking really good. I'm really pleased. And all up through here, look, all done. And essentially this puts me to where I was at the beginning of the year, really, which is fine. You can't begrudge or you can't hold a grudge if something goes wrong. You just got to keep going and crack on with it, and that's what I've done, really. I was pretty annoyed at the time when I discovered the paint had been bubbling, but it's one of those lessons in life. You think you get the professionals in, but it's really best just to do it yourself. If I was to do this again, and I probably will do it again to another car, I'll do it all myself, because I've learned how to do it now. So yeah, anybody who's thinking about doing the same thing, just do it yourself. Getting somebody to do it costs a huge amount of money. It doesn't always go right, and it can take a huge amount of time. But yeah, really pleased with it.